You know the story, right? The classic American dream. You get a good job, you save up, you buy a house. That home wasn't just a place to live, it was the main way you built wealth for generations. But what if that whole playbook is being completely rewritten? Today, we're diving into a really fascinating shift in how young Americans are thinking about their financial future.
So let's just ask it straight up. Is the dream of owning a home changing? For a whole lot of young adults, the answer is a big yes. And honestly, it's not always just a preference. It's often a necessity. The data here tells a really powerful story. Okay, so this is really at the heart of the whole thing. Redfin found that in 2023, buyers between 25 and 39 years old made up just 44% of the housing market. Now, to give you some perspective, back in 1999, that same group was 51%. That is a huge drop, and it means millions of people are effectively locked out of that traditional path to building wealth. But here's where it gets really interesting. Faced with this housing affordability crisis, this generation isn't just giving up. Nope. They're logging in and they're writing a completely new financial playbook for themselves. This slide just lays it out perfectly. The old playbook, right? It was all about home equity, the value of your house minus what you owe. The goal was stability, but man, you needed a huge down payment. The new playbook is all about investing in the market. The goal here, it's flexibility and growth. And maybe the best part, the barrier to entry is practically zero. You can start with just a few bucks on your phone. So let's be really clear about what we're calling the pivot. This isn't just a random trend. It is a direct, strategic response to the world we live in right now. When one door to building wealth, homeownership, gets slammed shut, another one, the stock market, is suddenly looking wide open. And the scale of this pivot is, well, it's pretty staggering. This timeline shows just how fast this has all happened. According to the JP Chase Institute, between 2013 and 2023, the share of young adults putting money into investment accounts more than tripled. I mean, that's not a slow shift. That's a financial tidal wave. Now, this right here might challenge a belief that's been drilled into us for decades. For so long, owning a home was seen as the absolute best way to build wealth. But what researchers are finding now is that in today's market, renting while consistently investing your money might not just be a backup plan, it could actually be the financially smarter move. So it makes sense, right? A massive change like this is going to have some major ripple effects. If fewer young people are buying homes, where are they all living? Well, this pivot towards investing is directly fueling a huge rise in long-term renters, and it's totally reshaping the entire housing market. Just look at these numbers for a second. In 2023, for every one new homeowner household that was formed, 3 new rental households were created. A 3-to-1 ratio. That is such a powerful signal of where the demand is going. The market is literally reorganizing itself around this new reality. And this quote from Chris Nebenzal, it just nails the why behind the numbers. He points to 2 big things. First, how incredibly easy it is to invest now. You can do it from an app on your phone, right? And second, this generational desire for flexibility, the freedom to pack up and move for a new job without being chained to a mortgage. You know what's really interesting, though? It's not just young people driving this whole thing. The rental market is actually getting a boost from both ends of the age spectrum. You've got young adults renting for way longer, but you also have older generations downsizing and choosing the convenience of renting. That dual demand suggests this isn't a short-term blip. Okay, so we've got a pretty good handle on the what and the why of what's happening right now. But this unprecedented shift leaves us with some absolutely massive unanswered questions about the future of the economy. And this is the billion-dollar question, isn't it? Victor Jaraciti brings it up. What happens when this huge generation of investors decides, okay, time to cash out and buy a house? Does all that money flood the housing market and send prices through the roof? Or does it drain out of the stock market and cause a major correction? It's a huge economic domino that's just waiting to fall. Which leads to a maybe more personal question from Jason Levy. What is the end game for all this investing? Is the goal still to save up for a down payment someday, or have the goalposts moved completely? Are people investing now for early retirement, or for financial freedom, or for a life full of experiences that a mortgage might get in the way of? And that really brings us to our last, and maybe the most important question of all. Are we just watching a temporary reaction to a really tough housing market, or is this a permanent, fundamental transformation in how we even define the American dream, and how we build wealth for the future? Honestly, the answer to that is going to shape our economy for decades.